When it comes to songwriters and musicians, Steve sure knows how to pick them. We'll talk about that coming right up.
And now it's time for Steve Perry News with Gary Stuckey. All Steve Perry News.
Hello, everybody. It's Gary Stuckey with Steve Perry News. And Steve Perry is on a roll. He's released 2 songs already from his new album coming out October 5th called Traces. Those songs are called No Erasing and No More Crying, which he just released recently. And the songs are awesome. And he's had a lot of help with this album. A lot of names you'd recognize. They've written a bunch of songs. They've played on, in different bands and things like that, And the song No More Crying, of course, Dan Wilson helped write that song. And if you might remember Dan, he was in a band called Semisonic, and they had the song Closing Time. That was a Grammy nominated song. He won a Grammy for the song Not Ready to Make Nice with the Dixie Chicks. And he co-wrote Someone Like You for Adele and produced her album 21, or he was one of the producers, and that won a Grammy award for Album of the Year. And he's won some other Grammys too. He's a very talented guy. So Steve is going out and finding these people that have a good resume, and including John Five. John Five, he worked with Marilyn Manson and Ozzy and Avril Lavigne and Katie Lang, Meatloaf, Leonard Skinner, and Slash and Scorpions, people like that. The guy, he's an actual staff writer. He was working with David Lee Roth back in 1998, and he left that band. Started playing for Marilyn Manson, but he got the stage name John Five. His real name is John Lowry. I believe that's his name. Yes, John William Lowry. There you go. And very awesome guitar player and songwriter. And he co-wrote the song Sun Shines Gray with Steve Perry, an up-and-coming song that promises to rock. I think it's going to be one of the standout songs on this album because, a rockin' song with Steve Perry, always awesome. And I'm looking forward to hearing that. And speaking of other songs on the album, Steve Perry's got a song coming up on the album called Most of All, which I believe is about Kelly, his late girlfriend that passed away with cancer. He wrote it with a guy named Randy Goodrum. And if you remember that name, those two have had some hits in the past. You might remember they wrote together Oh Sherry and Foolish Heart and She's Mine. And Randy also co-wrote some songs you might know. If She Would Have Been Faithful, remember that song by Chicago? And song he co-wrote with Toto, I'll Be Over You, back in 1986. Do you remember that song? Hey, Steve Perry's got some awesome people working with him. So I'm going to make a prediction for you. Of course, you probably read online, some people have got to hear the songs in advance. But I do believe that the song Sunshine's Gray is going to be one of the top songs. But that song with Randy Goodrum that Steve wrote, I do believe it's going to be probably the best song in a long time. That song is called Most of All. So be looking for that song. It's going to be pretty powerful. Steve puts all his emotion and his heart into songwriting and singing. He's still out there promoting the album in interviews. He was over in England at Abbey Road Studios, of course. And be looking for him to do some more things that really promote this album. I'm still excited. I know you're excited about it. I can't wait for it. It's going to be great. We'll see what happens. Be looking out for Steve Perry everywhere. He's on fire. He's on a roll. Hey, this is Gary Stuckey. Don't stop believing, everybody. God bless you.